Hi guys, we are here for another Booktube video. Yay! I actually read a lot in these last 2 weeks, so I have a lot to share with you guys. And again, normal reminder, if you want to ask me any questions, feel free. Thank you everyone who said that my cat was really cute in the last video. That is not going to be a normal thing, hopefully. As you can tell, she distracted me very much. And you'll probably never see my other cat because he does not stay in here if I shut the door. No. Alright, so first up, I finished Heart of Iron. I don't have the book anymore, so here's the picture on my phone. I really enjoyed this book. I forgot that they kind of marketed it as Anastasia in Space because I'm going, oh, I totally know what Anasteel is. And then I saw online someone called it Anastasia in Space. I was like, oh. Okay, so yeah, of course that's Anna's deal because she's Anastasia. But no, I really did enjoy this book. I thought it was really fun and enjoyable. I can't wait for the next one to see how they solve everything. And then I read my Arc of Spinning Silver. I was actually going to use this book as the one I talked the most about, but then I realized I probably shouldn't do that because it's not out, so I don't want to spoil things. But I really loved it. For those of you who don't know, it's a retelling of Rumpelstiltskin, which is actually like one of my favorite fairy tales, and I know that seems weird, but it is. I love it so much. And so I really enjoyed this. And this Naomi Novik, I love her. I'm so happy I got to meet her at BookCon. She was great. So, all I'm going to say, great book, pre-order it, buy it, get it from your library if you can't afford to buy it, do what you have to do. Love this book so much. And I really, the other thing I will say actually is, because it is told from a few different point of views, and even though it doesn't tell you when it switches, like it doesn't have a little header saying, oh, Miriam, Wanda, Irene, it was actually really easy to figure out whose head you were in. Even if it wasn't one of the three main narrators, if it was one of the side characters, it was really easy to figure out. So I enjoyed that. So yeah, buy this book when it comes out next month. Then I read another Ashley Postern book, Geekerella. This book, I've actually listened to the audiobook twice before I actually read the physical book, and the audiobook is really enjoyable, so I highly recommend that too. And this book is just such a fun little book. I might talk about this one a little bit more, so I'm going to put it down and we'll come back to it. And then I read, and I'm going to say the name wrong, I'm sure, Arusha and the End of Time. This is a middle grade book, and it was so enjoyable. I don't know much Hindu mythology, I'm more of a Greek mythology person, and so it was really fun to kind of learn about the Hindu mythology through this book, and it's another one. I'm looking forward to the next one. It's just nice sometimes to read something a little fun, even if it is a little younger than you normally read, but it was just fun and enjoyable, and you don't even realize it's a middle grade book really, because it's just that good. Like, it's just a book, you want to read it. So yeah, definitely recommend this one. And then I finished Outlander. Finished this very long book. I just finished it yesterday, actually. I will say, like, I don't really feel bad if I spoil anything for anyone because it's been out for a very long time and there's a show about it. So probably about, just gonna say, probably about half here you worry about Jamie and if he's going to live, and the nice thing about this being out for a while and there being other books is you kind of know he is going to live. Like, you're still worried about him because you're caught up in the story, but at the same time, in the back of your mind, it's like, there's like 4 other books. She can't kill off Jamie in the first book, because then what's the point of the other 4 books? Because, I mean, Claire goes back in time, and part of going back in time is she marries Jamie. Like, he's a big part of her story. So, like, he's gonna live even though he gets, a little tortured and all that stuff. He's gonna, like, he's not gonna die. You can't, it would be like killing off Voldemort in the first Harry Potter. What is the point of the rest of the books then? Harry goes off to Hogwarts and learns magic, woo! But he doesn't have to, there's no Voldemort for him to fight anymore. That's kind of, like, I'm not saying Jamie's evil, but that's kind of what it is. It's like he's a key part to the story. You can't kill him off. But no, I really, really enjoyed this book. Someday I will read the others. I kind of feel like for me this series is a little like Game of Thrones where I need to take a break in between reading them because they're just so big. And I need to get out of the world for a while before I dive back in. So someday I will read the other books, but not right away. So currently I am reading My Plain Jane. I'm about maybe like a quarter of the way through. I was lucky enough to see the authors this past Thursday, and they are so fun. Like, they read a chapter of the book to, well, not a whole chapter. They read a portion of a chapter of a book to us. Each of them reenacting one of the characters. And I just, like, I love the Lady Jamies. They're great. I love their hilarious takes on historical fictional characters, because it's just refreshing to read something fun, even though, like, with My Lady Jane, even though it's kind of a serious subject, to make it fun and not so serious, even though it is, like, it's just fun. Like, again, I'm only a quarter of the way through, but I really, really love it so far. And I very much look forward to My Calamity Jane when they release it, and I think they said they do 2 years for these. So yeah, it is very, very fun. Alright, going back to Geekerella. So this book, and warning you now, I'm probably going to say spoilers now, so if you want to quit watching, go ahead. You already know I love the book, so you're good. This book is about, obviously it's a retelling of Cinderella. It's about Elle, who is a major fangirl for this show called Starfield. And her father is actually the one who started the con for it, a Celticon. And so she is super excited because they're making a movie for Starfield. And unfortunately, like, her least favorite actor, Darian Freeman, is cast as the Federation Prince Carmador. And she's not really happy about that because he's, like, known for a soap opera, and she's just like, oh my god, can't believe they cast this guy. Well, at least they don't whitewash, you know, my prince, but still, like, no. And Darian, because the story is told from both of their perspectives, so it switches back and forth. Darian is excited because he also loves Starfield, but he can't really let it be known that he's doing it because he loves it. His dad, who's his manager, is like, no, you're doing it for the money. And you're doing it for the, you know, prestige it'll get you. And his dad, unknowns to him, has agreed that Darian will appear at a Celticon, which Darian's not happy with because he doesn't do cons anymore. And so he tries to get in touch with someone at the con to be like, hey, I can't make it. And he tests a number he finds on their site, which happens to be Elle's number because she inherited her father's phone after he passed away. And they just kind of start testing back and forth. She doesn't know who he is, he doesn't know who she is. And they're just testing back and forth, and they kind of fall in love through tests. But then, you know, things happen, and his best friend steals his phone and then sends her a message saying they can't talk anymore. And this happens after she shows up at a Celticon to enter the cosplay contest to try to win some money to get away from her horrible family because it's Cinderella, and so of course they're horrible. And for me, part of the thing I love is, again, since I've listened to the audiobook about 2 times prior to reading the book, in my head I could hear the character voices that they do in the audiobook. So it was really fun and it's just it's a fun read. Like I did a lot of fun reads, I think. Um, I mean, I guess Outlander and Spinning Silver aren't super fun. They're a little bit more heavy, but yeah, fun reads are good to read sometimes. They're just enjoyable and definitely like all the books this week or these past 2 weeks. I would recommend every single one of them. Like they're really good. Um, so that's all for this. Um, Anyone wondering, I will probably be doing my Fairy Loot unboxing hopefully on Monday. Hopefully that is when it will show up. And then later in July, obviously more Booktube videos, and I'm getting Cushy Crate. And that will actually be the last unboxing video for a while because I had to cancel my subscription to Fairy Loot because money is not happy right now. But I will continue to do Booktube videos, so you won't get rid of me yet. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye!